Well, welcome everyone. I am Mary Hendricks, a proud alumna and president of Shepherd University. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Alana. I really appreciate that. On behalf of our Board of Governors, faculty, and staff of the university, it is my great pleasure to congratulate you, our students, on a job well done in achieving this lifelong milestone accomplishment. I'd like to warmly welcome you to the Shepherd University Baccalaureate Convocation Ceremony for Summer 2021, Fall 2021, and Spring 2022 degree recipients. To your families and friends, I welcome you virtually to our Convocation ceremony. I wish to thank our wonderful Commencement Committee members and the many faculty, staff, and student volunteers who worked so hard to make this Commencement Day special and successful. I would also like to thank our police force for keeping us safe and secure at home. And also at this time, I would like to thank all active duty military personnel and all of our veterans. Without these sacrifices that these individuals make of our police and our military, we would not have the opportunity to celebrate this very special occasion, and I would like to thank them with our applause. We welcome today's honored guest, Convocation speaker and honorary degree recipient, Ms. Wendy Bianca Keller. Shepherd has a rich history of having outstanding faculty, and we are honored and proud that Dr. Michael Groves, Associate Professor of Nursing, has been named one of 5 finalists for the 2021 West Virginia Professor of the Year honor. Seven other Shepherd faculty members have been distinguished with the Professor of the Year statewide honor in recognition of their work in the classroom and on the campus and throughout the community. In the past, an additional 5 faculty members have been honored as finalists for this prestigious award, which is granted annually by the Faculty Merit Foundation of West Virginia. And I want to acknowledge and thank all of our outstanding faculty. Thank you. It is now my great pleasure to introduce Alana Gutman, Class of 2022 degree candidate and Student Government Association president, who will offer welcoming remarks on behalf of the Student Government Association. Alana, please join us.
Hello, fellow graduates. I hope you all are having a phenomenal day so far. Whether you traveled several hours to be here or live just a few minutes away, I am so glad to see each and every one of you sitting out there in the audience today. While we're sitting here, we are celebrating everyone's astonishing achievements, including something that all of us have in common. We did it! We're graduating! All the last-minute assignments, cramming for exams, and the group projects are over for most of us. Some of us are going back to school for a master's degree or another bachelor's degree or a doctorate. Some of us are going straight into the workforce. Some of us are taking some time off to spend quality time with our friends and family or traveling on our own, exploring the world and everything it has to offer. But not everyone knows what they're doing next. Even if you were planning on going back to school, or getting your dream job, or traveling around the world, or spending time with family and friends, or starting a family of your own, or any other number of different paths that you may have had in mind, life doesn't always go as planned. Maybe you didn't get into the graduate program that you wanted, or you haven't quite found the right job, or you're going to be living at home instead of living on your own, or you never actually figured out any of those steps, so now you feel so overwhelmed by all of these choices and all of these paths that you could take. And you know what? That's okay too. You don't have to know what you're doing to be successful. I'm going to be honest with all of you. Even if you do know what your next steps are right now, that plan is going to change. I mean, let's think about freshman year, where we all started, our freshman year of college. Some of us are graduating in fewer than 4 years. Some of us needed extra time. Some of us have kept the same major and minors since day one. And some of us changed what we wanted to do like 10 times in a semester. Some of us have kept the same friends that we met on move-in day. And some of us started over. Some of us have been Shepherd Rams since the first day of freshman year, and some of us transferred and found our new home here in Shepherdstown. None of us expected a pandemic, and none of us got through that pandemic unscathed. But none of us let that pandemic stop us from achieving our goal of sitting here today on graduation day and getting our degrees. We have all been through a lot in the last few years. No matter what your path is right now, or if you have no idea what's next, just know that you, in this moment right now, are enough. If you don't believe me, ask your family and your friends that you made along the way. They all believe in you, so you should believe in yourself. My fellow Rams, my fellow graduating Rams, no matter what you do or where you go, I want you to know that you are capable of some of the most fantastic feats imaginable. Yes, you had people guide you along the way, your faculty members, your professors, your family, your friends, but you did it all. The last-minute homework, the stressful exams, and even the group projects, those were done by you. If you take nothing else from the speech today, please take this with you when you go home today. Your past and your future don't define you, but rather who you choose to be in the moment. Thank you.
And now it is my great privilege to recognize Doctor of Humane Letters honorary degree recipient, Ms. Wendy Bianca Keller. Ms. Keller, would you please join me at the podium? I'm going to put you on this side. Thank you. Ms. Keller is currently assisting in the development of Shepherd University's Athletic Student Success Program to support our athletes in their transition to Shepherd University and creating a balance between school and the rigors of athletic competition. She was a 3-sport varsity student athlete at Lock Haven University in field hockey, basketball, and lacrosse, and selected as an alternate Olympian on the 1980 U.S. Field Hockey Olympic squad. These collective experiences provide her with a unique perspective as a past athlete and as a student who is highly disciplined. Ms. Keller, you have lived an exemplary life in both the public and private spheres. You have extensive experience in coaching and teaching. You were a Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association field hockey official for college, high school, junior high school, and club field hockey games, along with other key experiences as an athlete and mentor to many athletes. You were inducted into the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame in 2018 and named as Field Hockey Coach of the Year by the Carlisle Sentinel newspaper and Field Hockey Coaches Association in 1993, 1994, and 1998. Based on the significant ways your life and career have impacted and inspired so many students and student athletes, Shepherd University is honored to recognize you today. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Shepherd University Board of Governors, I hereby confer upon you, Ms. Wendy Bianca Keller, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa, that all the rights and privileges attached to this degree be preserved unto her. We have issued this letter patent from our hand, sealed with the official seal of the university. We should be clapping.
Although the font is this big, I'm still going to wear these, if it's okay. 11 o'clock is kind of early for a lot of you, so it's really nice to see you here today, if I remember my college days. So, thank you, President Hendricks, Board of Governors, distinguished alumni, guests, family, friends, Shepherd University faculty, administrators and staff, and happy graduation day to the class of 2022. Class of 2022, you did it. You have navigated your education in a way very few people ever have by enduring the uncertainty of the COVID-19 pandemic and how it has really transformed our society. The considerable patience you demonstrated during the past 2 years, the care and support of each other, and your amazing resilience are a true testament to your moral compass and a reason we are here today in person to celebrate your academic accomplishments. I'll share that before November 2020, Shepherd University was a hidden treasure to me, even though I grew up only about an hour and a half away near Carlisle, Pennsylvania. After spending the past 18 years in Massachusetts, I am here now because my wife and soulmate of 29 years, Dr. Kelly Hart, was named Shepherd's Vice President of Enrollment Management in 2020. Kelly and I are both so delighted and thrilled to be members of this special and incredible community. And we are so grateful for the warm and friendly welcome we have both received. As with any journey, there are some peaks and valleys, and hopefully some level terrain to help you get where you want to go and do what you want to do. I think of the risks I took, how I pivoted in the face of countless challenges, the successes and failures, and the opportunities along the way that helped build a foundation that enabled me to achieve something I would have never imagined, being selected to the United States Olympic Field Hockey Squad. In my athletic endeavors, I think I've been guided by the words of the legendary women's basketball coach at University of Tennessee, Pat Summitt. She said, "You can't always be the strongest or the most talented person in the room, but you can be the most competitive." I would like to share just a brief background of my athletic experience with you because of the lessons that I learned. Hopefully they would be helpful to you too. I spent most of my time in the middle and high school swimming competitively for 2 club teams because my school did not have organized women's sports. That all changed when Title IX was enacted, my junior year. So if you're not familiar with Title IX, it prohibits sex discrimination in any education program or activity receiving federal financial assistance. Thanks to Title IX, my high school began a women's field hockey and basketball program. I was so excited to participate in both while also continuing to swim. But in my 2 seasons of field hockey, I only played 14 games. Despite that, I fell in love with the sport. My dad even built me a makeshift goal cage in our backyard so that I could practice whenever I wanted to. After high school graduation, I chose to attend Lock Haven University so I could pursue a double major in teacher education, recreation, and coaching, while also hoping to play field hockey and basketball. I arrived at Lock Haven as a first-year student in mid-August for field hockey tryouts. The field was a sea of women, and they each had a stick, obviously. I was one of about 70 players trying out for 2 or 3 open positions on the varsity field hockey team. At this point, I'm asking myself, what am I even doing here? What am I going to do? I was as scared as could be. With only 2 years of field hockey experience, how could I begin to compare to the dozens of other players that were there trying out also? I thought to myself, I've only played 14 games. I'll be cut before I even have a chance to try out. Remember the peaks and valleys? This was definitely a valley for me. At that moment, I believed I was not the most talented, I was not the most skilled player, so I had to become the most competitive. I had to somehow showcase the athletic abilities that had gotten me to this point. Each day at tryouts, I agonized over whether my name would be on the callback list. So I'd like to share 2 messages with you today if I could. First one is going to be your biggest competitor. Challenge yourself each day to be better than you were the day before, by Rand Akram. I can't say I embraced the highly competitive tryout experience, but I will say I learned a lot about myself throughout the process, and the end result was noteworthy to say the least. I made the varsity squad as a freshman, starting all 88 games in my 4 years. I was also a 3-sport athlete, adding basketball and lacrosse to my resume. This was definitely a peak for me. The summer between my junior and senior year, I was encouraged to try out for the first ever 1980 United States Olympic field hockey squad. I thought, wow, what a great opportunity. But I also thought it would be the hardest thing I ever did. Besides this, it would be 3 weeks of intense tryouts with 40 other players until they selected a squad of about 16 to 18. Each day was filled with those 3 2-hour practice sessions in the July 90-plus degree heat and humidity, and the level of competition and intensity was both exhilarating and intimidating. I reminded myself over and over again to be my biggest competitor, which enabled me to work through a lot of those really difficult challenges. I made it through the first round of cuts, so then I had to prepare for week 2. At this point, it's becoming mentally, emotionally, and physically draining. It was also a test of my character, because now I've made friends, and I'm having to compete against them. I wanted these incredibly talented women to do well, just not better than me. When I learned I had made it to the final week, I decided I needed a little bit of a change of scenery, so I drove the 2 hours home to try and regroup before that final week. While at home, I thought it would help me to pause, to evaluate what I had accomplished to date and what I still needed to do. Instead, I started to lose some focus, lose some confidence, and I found myself doubting my abilities going forward. As I prepared to return to tryouts Sunday, I shared with my mother, I really wasn't that excited to go back. I was tired. I thought all the players were so much better than I was, and I probably wasn't going to make the final cut anyway. She just stared at me for a moment, which seemed like an eternity. And she said, well, it is your decision, but opportunities like this might only come around once. If you don't take advantage of them, you will most likely have some regrets down the road. Then she added in true mom fashion, and you know what else? I think you are better than all of those excuses you are coming up with right now. So it may be obvious what I did next. I took my mom's advice, and I went back to the final week of tryouts. I was so grateful I did, because I was selected as one of 2 alternates to the United States Olympic field hockey squad. This leads me to my second message to you today. This one by Dr. Seuss. It's not green eggs and ham, Sam I am. It is, sometimes you never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. Had I not gone back to tryouts, I definitely would have had some regrets. I would not have had the opportunity to be among the best field hockey players in the United States. I would have always wondered, what if? And I would not have had the privilege to be here with you today, sharing my hard-fought journey. Now, as you go forward, look inside yourself to find and embrace the things about you that will make you stand out. Find the competitor in yourself to showcase all of your talents. Keep expanding those skills and gifts and talents each and every day. And be self-reflective enough to know what moments have helped shape who you are, and draw on them to enhance your own experiences. With everything we have been through over the past 2 years, the promise of tomorrow for you looks nothing less than remarkable. Thank you, and congratulations, Shepherd University Class of 2022.
Thank you so much. You were perfect, just perfect. Thank you, Ms. Keller, for the inspiration of your work and for your encouraging address to us today. We appreciate your sharing this important day with us. It is now my pleasure to introduce Emily Jenkins, Class of 2022 degree candidate and senior class president, who will deliver remarks on behalf of the graduating seniors. Emily?
Good morning, graduates, staff, and faculty. Today, we have gathered to celebrate an achievement, an accomplishment that many, if not all of us, have worked hard to complete. Standing before you now as your senior class president, I want to say congratulations. All the early mornings, busy days, and late or even sleepless nights have gotten you to where you are now. Be proud of yourselves. You guys did it. I would like to say a huge thank you to each Shepherd University staff and faculty member that is with us today. Like you, I have had the honor and privilege of building a relationship with them. If it was not for you and your dedication and love for our school, we might not be where we are today. On behalf of myself and the class of 2022, thank you for celebrating this day with us. Each year, the senior class presents a gift to the university to benefit future students and scholars. I am pleased to announce that the 2022 class gift will be outdoor seating for the Canuti Hall patio, where future students may study, gather together, and build community. On a personal note, I want to thank my parents, my fiance, my grandparents, and all my other family and friends who may be watching. Your support, encouragement, and love are what pushed me to be the best that I could be. You are why I am where I am today, and I love you all for it. As I was writing this speech, I had so many things that I had wanted to include. Since I only have a few short moments with you, I can say that during my time here at Shepherd, I found a home away from home while making friendships and memories that will last a lifetime. Most importantly, though, I began to discover who I was while also finding my purpose in life. Today, I encourage you to reflect on your own time here. All the things that you have done, the classes that you have attended, and the lessons you have learned led you here. You have grown and thrived as individuals, and you are now ready to embark onto your next journey. Whether the roads ahead are smooth sailing or full of challenges and obstacles, I want you to remember just a few things. Embrace change, no matter how hard it may be. Accept your failures as well as your accomplishments, and never stop believing in yourself. One of my favorite people reminded me that the only limits in life are those you make yourself. We may not know for sure what our futures hold after leaving here today, but one thing is certain. You beat the odds, You exceeded all expectations set by yourself and others, and you faced difficulties with your head held high. That is certainly something to be proud of. While you are celebrating today with the people that you love, remember just how proud of you they really are. Today is your day. Thank you for all that you have done in your time here. No matter how little or how far away you may travel, please remember that once a Ram, always a Ram. Congratulations, graduates, and best of luck in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Emily, for your remarks and for your leadership in securing the senior class gift. On behalf of the generations of Shepherd University students who will truly enjoy the benefits of your gift, we thank the class of 2022 for your generosity. Thank you so much. I would now like to recognize and congratulate those students whose achievements have earned them the highest academic distinction that Shepherd University confers. The McMurrin Scholar Award is the greatest academic honor granted by Shepherd University. Today's graduating McMurrin Scholars have maintained a minimum of a 3.86 grade point average and were nominated by at least 3 faculty members before being approved by the entire faculty at large. Would the Joseph McMurrin Scholars please stand and be recognized? Great. Thank you. Phi Kappa Phi is the nation's oldest and most selective all-discipline honor society. Membership is by invitation only to the top 10% of seniors. Congratulations, Phi Kappa Phi graduates, and I would now like to ask all of you to please stand. Thank you. Once again, congratulations to all of our graduates and to their loved ones gathered in celebration here today for the graduate walks. On behalf of Mr. Jim Oxer, President of the Shepherd University Alumni Association and Mayor for the Corporation of Shepherdstown, we welcome today's graduates as Shepherd alumni. A lapel pin located at all of your seats symbolizes your new status. May graduates, we are also very excited to announce that your Shepherd University diplomas are available to be picked up today in person at the end of your graduate walk. I now ask our faculty, in honor of all of our graduates, to please remain at your seats until you are dismissed by a Convocation ambassador. And graduates, please wait for the Convocation ambassadors to dismiss you to the 0-year reunion that will take place in the Frank Center, and then you will prepare for your graduate walk. I now declare the 2022 Baccalaureate Convocation Ceremony for Shepherd University closed. Let knowledge serve. Congratulations.